Round two. We're going to try to talk about Divergent.
Yes.
I have got the camera.
Yes.
Ages 261.
Yes.
And Robbie's sister here, who ran off with the camera. Now, let's talk about Divergent since...
No.
It's all about women's rights. There you go.
But isn't that the same thing as the Hunger Games? Women empowerment?
Basically. In fact, this movie was very similar to the Hunger Games. Honestly. I mean, you got the romantic love interest, the post-apocalyptic future. The whole thing being set up.
How is it the post-apocalyptic future? Is it the end of man? Is it?
Only one city's left. They're in the last city left in the world, basically. At least that's what they
give us
believe.
the back history.
Basically, there was a great war.
Everything. Yeah, why are we taking from a guy who doesn't read the books?
He saw the movie.
Yeah.
And he remembers it for once.
Yes.
We asked him what Cowboys and Aliens were right after he saw the movie.
Cowboys and aliens fight each other. Bam, bam, bam.
Did he remember that? No.
Gosh, I can make that up, and I haven't even seen the movie.
Okay, Robbie, go on.
I feel extremely sad now.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, basically there was this war, and now there's only one city left, and basically this city is. You're gonna do this all day?
Robbie, pay attention. I'll kick you in the nuts.
Okay.
Let her do what she's doing. You need to film this for sounding board.
Okay. Basically, there's a war. You're in a city, and the city's basically separated into groups of different people. You know, one group is based on knowledge, another group's based on law, another group is basically the security, another group is basically all the farmers, and another group is basically all the people who care for the
well-being of society.
Yeah, basically they're the people that do running the soup kitchens and everything. You know, and that's where our story begins with a girl who's in one of those in the soup kitchen kind of group, right? Who was born in that group, but actually wants to be a part of the group that protects the people. You know, the warrior group. You know, the soldier group.
She wants to be the warrior caste.
Yeah. And so, problem is when she goes to take basically the performance test, because basically they all take this test when they reach a certain age.
An aptitude test.
An aptitude test, basically, right? That basically,
we do that nowadays.
Yeah. That basically determines which caste you're put into.
First off, wrong. It's to test her fears. It's like a placement test.
That's an aptitude test.
That's an aptitude test.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Ha! I was right.
I was right.
Well, you were right, and I wasn't wrong for once.
Yes, that's how it should be worded.
So, kudos for me not being wrong.
Go on, Robbie.
Okay.
But you didn't explain it the best way.
Shut up. This is my words. I'm allowed to use my words.
Are you telling your sister to shut up?
Yes.
Boo!
This is awesome. It's on camera, too.
Okay.
All the fanboys.
I am talking here. I wish to get on with my review.
We need reviews for sounding board.
Okay. Basically, she gets put in the chair to take this aptitude test, right? And the thing is, they discovered that she's a divergent. A divergent means she can be in any caste she wants. Human nature. She basically can be
She's creative.
Yes, creative, basically. Also, apparently, creative also means you have the ability to lucid dream, but that's...
You lose a dream?
Basically, the way they do the aptitude test is they make you go to sleep, right? And then they have this thing that scans your dreams, and by subjecting you to fear, they figure out where you should be placed. Thing is, she can lucid dream, which means she can control the dream within. She can stop the fear just by forcing her will on it. And that's how they discover divergence. Basically, it's the ability to lucid dream.
So how does this like the Hunger Games, Robbie?
Because apparently...
Because you said that in the other clip before.
Because apparently the way this city's being run, right, by the leaders, right, is to basically control order. It's Big Brother keeping control over everything and trying to kill the divergents so that way everyone's mindless sheep. Because everyone who's not a divergent is basically a mindless sheep that can be controlled through subjection and will.
Can you relate?
Yes. Basically, I would not be a divergent. But point to the matter...
No, you would be not a diversion, but you will also be the mindless drone who will probably be walking around. It's one who has all abilities of it.
Yeah. Point to the matter being is basically there's the group that controls law and order. Basically, the entire group made up of basically all lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the usually why would they be put in that group besides being law and order?
They're also honest. All supposed to be honest. And what happens when you have a bunch of people that basically has complete credibility in the eyes of everyone else?
Yay!
Oh, Tony.
Robbie's talking about Divergent. He's talking about women empowerment, and he's remembering what it's about, unlike Cowboys versus Aliens. You remember what that was about, don't you?
I remember that.
Remember when we asked him what it was about?
And he just saw it not 10 minutes ago when we asked him this question.
And I got it
Look,
right.
he's giving it right.
Oh, and the sad part is I got it right.
Yeah, she didn't even see the movie. She knew what it was about. It's Cowboys versus Aliens.
It's like Monsters versus Aliens. What is it about? Monsters versus Aliens.
Exactly.
It's in the goddamn title.
Yes, and I told you that in the clip.
Yes. Okay, but basically, those people, right, want to control everyone.
So they're not honest. They're using politics to their advantage to control the other cast.
Yes, basically. And basically, they realize that the one cast, the cast that basically cares and basically is all about protecting and their fellow man, the cast she was basically born a part of, right? Basically, they decide we have to kill that cast off because they're harboring the Divergents. They're harboring everyone that we're trying to kill.
Okay, first off, Divergent is like Twilight. You can shine everywhere else while they're killing off all the Fluttershy's.
Basically.
And
what the hell is Twilight and ponies?
I have no idea at all.
No. Honesty goes into that one category you were saying, like they were trying to be politics and all that. That's Applejack. And you saying the people...
Okay, enough. We're not dragging ponies into this.
Then it gets into the whole thing about Robbie and honesty and the end of the episode moral.
You should have saw him today about the newest Milo Pony.
Okay, stop it.
He judged it, and when Luna came out of nowhere, he's like, oh my god, this episode doesn't suck anymore. And I'm like, Robbie, this is the second episode you criticized, and it came out good.
It doesn't suck anymore. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate this movie?
I'd actually rate this a 7. It's actually
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
What did you enjoy about it?
I enjoyed that...
The way your sisters tormented you?
No, okay, here's the deal. I didn't like Hunger Games because I didn't care about the characters.
The characters all suck in the film.
Yes, but the thing about it is, I actually cared about these characters. They actually made you feel about them.
Yeah, I'm waiting until the ending. Then now it's like you went for 2 movies, then the 2 books, and you just gotta feel like, what the fuck.
I actually cared about these characters enough to actually get invested in their storylines. And that...
Are you looking forward to the sequel?
Yes, I actually want to see the next part.
What about the 3rd movie?
Sure, why not?
That's a sequel, Katie.
No.
But the point of the matter being
After the first one, they're all sequels.
Robbie, maybe you should go on telling them what happened to me when I read the books.
Oh, she hated the last book because apparently it ends on a very bad note.
A very, very bad note.
And she's completely bitter and butthurt
Oh, you
about
should
it.
tell her what happened when
Oh yeah, when she read the ending, she literally took the book, threw it down, and started screaming and cursing. Literally. I'm serious. She literally did this.
And I left it.
But I actually want to see the sequel, because this was actually a pretty good movie.
So would you see the sequel to this one over the next Hunger Games?
Oh yeah, definitely. Over the next Hunger Games, definitely. Hunger Games, I could care less about it. I mean...
You were invested in it when on the second one.
The second one's better than the first one, but it's still...
Motionless like Twilight.
Emotionless. There's no feeling. You don't care about what's going on. But you don't care about the characters. If you don't care about the characters, how can you become invested in the story?
You know, he sounds quite intelligent, don't you know that?
Yeah.
So we'll end here with Robbie being intelligent.
Yay! For once we end on a good note.